a rebellious people, based on Numbers chapter 11, chapter 14, verse 11 through chapter 16, verse 34, chapter 20, verses 1 through 13, and chapter 20, verse 22 through chapter 21, verse 22.
High on a hilltop, Moses watches the Israelites march toward the promised land.
God is leading us, so we don't have to be afraid of anything.
Moses is right. The people have nothing to fear. Even though they march through a wilderness, God continues to provide manna for them to eat. But after several days, the people begin to complain again.
How long have we been eating this whatever it is?
Manna. I'm getting so tired of it.
Don't we have anything else to eat?
No. Remember the melons and meat we had in Egypt? They would taste pretty good right now.
And the cucumbers, Daddy. Remember the cucumbers?
Yeah, I thought God promised to take care of us.
But the ungrateful people of Israel have short memories. Many of them complain because God has not given them meat as well as manna to eat. Moses prays again to ask God for help.
You want meat? The Lord says you will have meat soon, and plenty of it. So much meat that it will make you sick. So much meat that it will be coming out of your noses.
How can anyone, even God, find meat for all of us in this desert?
I don't know, but Moses tells us the truth. I believe him when he says God will send us meat.
Suddenly, the wind begins to blow in from the sea, and with it come great flocks of quail that cover the sky like a cloud. As the quail land on the desert, the people of Israel pick up all they can carry.
Meat, all we can eat.
Let's save enough to eat later on.
How many more baskets do I have to gather?
Get as many as you can. At least we'll have all the meat we need.
The people stuff themselves until many of them are sick.
It serves me right. I was too greedy.
Soon after this, the order comes to continue the journey. Once again, a cloud leads the people by day, and a pillar of fire leads them at night. They travel to a campsite closer to the homeland God promised them. After hearing the reports of scouts, the people of Israel are afraid to go into the land God promised them. They want to go back to Egypt. Inside the tent of meeting,
Oh God, forgive my people. Don't destroy them, even though they have disobeyed you.
Moses comes out of the tent of meeting, and a hush falls over the crowd. He raises his hand.
Because you don't have faith to enter the promised land, God says you must go back to the wilderness.
The rebellious men form an army and set out immediately to conquer Canaan.
We fought off raiders. We can conquer this land too.
And we could do it without Moses.
But as they go up a hill, the defending army attacks. The battle soon is over. The defeated people of Israel limp back to camp. The people turn once again to Moses. As God commanded, Moses leads them away from the promised land to wander in the wilderness for 40 years. When hardships come, the people forget that it was their fear that kept them from taking the good land God had promised them. Again and again they complain.
No water. Now what will I do? The spring is dry. How can I cook or wash?
I'll have our tribal leaders take this up with Moses. Well, Moses, where are we going to get water? Did you lead us out here to die of thirst?
We've had enough. Let's go back to Egypt. At least there we had food and water.
You want water? I'll give you water.
In a fit of anger, Moses strikes a nearby rock with his staff twice. Water pours out, But God is not happy. How can Moses teach the people to obey if he doesn't obey? Because of his bad example, God tells Moses that he will not enter the promised land. Aaron dies on Mount Hor, and the people of Israel mourn for 30 days. Then they move on. A cloud leads them by day, and a pillar of fire leads by night. But the people soon forget God's care, and again they complain.
There's not enough water. I'm always thirsty.
Hasn't God always given us water when we needed it?
Yes, but the food. I'm sick of this stuff we have to gather every day and make into bread. I want food like we had in Egypt. Melons, fruit.
In Egypt, you were beaten and forced to work as slaves, and you cried out for your freedom.
And you said God would give us freedom. Do you call this freedom, wandering around the wilderness?
Suddenly, as punishment for their grumbling, the camp comes alive with poisonous snakes.
Help! I've been bitten!
Help me, or I'll die! Moses, we sinned against God and against you. Forgive us and take away these snakes, please.
I will ask God to help you.
Moses prays, and God tells him to make a bronze snake and put it on a pole.
Listen to me, everyone who's been bitten by the snakes. God said that if you look at this bronze snake, you will be well again.
I'm well. God has healed me.
Everyone who looks up at the snake is healed.